My last solo trip was back in September 2021, where I rode the Mount St. Helens Epic. It's been almost 5 months. I like a solo adventure every now and then. Alright, after some poor planning, some desperation, a little bit of hope, I'm down here in Bend, Oregon. I'm gonna try and string together a ride, though after driving here, I'm not sure this is a very good idea. The total route's like 100 miles, and I tried to plan it around no snow on Gaia, but as I was driving out here, I think I'm gonna encounter some snow, so I'm not sure the route's even gonna go, but we'll give it a shot. You know what's dumber than riding on the 101? Riding on Highway 20 when it's icy out. This is what it's looking like. Not great. And it's like really icy right here in this main little chute. And the bike slipped out from under me just now. I'm gonna take a little detour. This trip, I don't know, this could be a total disaster. That's okay. We'll have fun in the process. I was seduced by a promising 60-degree forecast this weekend, and although the morning started out looking bleak, it didn't take long for things to turn around. I was stripping layers and dripping sweat before I knew it. Warming up out here, and I'm on this nice smooth single track. It's not too dusty either. So if I get part way up and it's too snowy, I'm just gonna turn around and, I don't know, figure something else out. Got some great views of the mountains. I've done this route before, but never in the winter. The single track seemed less dusty, and on my ride out, I saw almost no one. I love the high desert in Bend. It's one of my favorite landscapes, and I really like the smell of the juniper and the sagebrush. See how sweaty I am. Whew. It's a little windy over here. In the wind, it's cold. I think I'm gonna turn around. There's a bunch of snow on the trail up here on the road. I just don't have the energy to fight it, and I just don't know what it's gonna be like. Guess that means I'm gonna start descending again. The destination for this ride was to make it to Pine Mountain Observatory. Coming into this ride, I thought there was a pretty good chance I wouldn't make it. And it turns out I was right. I sometimes get really attached to the goal of riding the exact route that I planned. And this wasn't one of those times. My goal was to bask in the 60-degree sunshine and ride some easy single track. Alright, I think I may have spotted a good sight up here. Oh. Good job, bro. Oh, neck factor is high. This is where I find out all the stuff I forgot. It's funny, sometimes you just do this so much and then you start to get complacent and then you start forgetting stuff. Whoops. Oh yeah. Okay. First aid kit. Puffy. Way too much fuel. I didn't even bring a dehydrated meal. Got a 15-degree quilt in here. A pillow. Dinner. And I got my stove. And I've got a cup. What do I have in here? So I've got a drone. 2 liters of water today too. Got another lens. Trader Joe's baked cheese crunchies. Controller for the drone. More batteries for the drone. My repair kit and a cup. Got a spoon in here. Some Noon. Some coffee. And part of my burrito that I didn't finish. Alright, so let's heat up some water. Let's gather some firewood. and we'll start with that. All right, here is my upside down fire. You put the big logs on the bottom and you kind of get them as tight as they can be, and you kind of, you know, stack them going from the biggest on the bottom up to the smallest on the top. And the idea is that the fire burns downwards, and as the embers fall down, they're landing on these bigger pieces, so it puts out more heat instead of just falling onto the cold ground. So and it's self-maintaining, so you don't have to keep adding stuff to it, which I'll do anyway. But I don't know, I watched a video on building a fire like this, and that's how I build my fires. So people in the comments, tell me why I'm an idiot for doing it this way. The upside down fire. Okay, cool, so that's done. Now what? Okay, I'm cold, so we're gonna get this started. And I moved it because I realized I had it kind of next underneath this tree that's really dead, and I didn't want any of the sparks to go up, so I moved it out a ways. So let's see how this goes. I love just staring into a fire, especially when you're cold as f. See, so as those embers drop, if you built a teepee, they would just fall into the ground. But now they're gonna fall into these big ones down there. So it's gonna produce more heat. So in the middle of March, Rob and I are headed to Las Vegas, and we're gonna ride east towards Utah, towards Moab. So if anyone has any beta on that, or good routes or good stops along the way, hit me up and let us know what we should be doing. These early winter nights can be rough for sure, but a nice fire makes it a lot better. Alright, I'm in my sleeping bag, and so now I'm probably just going to heat up some water, an Nalgene, cuddle with it, listen to some This American Life, eat some Cheetos, conk early. So it's like 6 o'clock right now, but these short days, it's cold outside. Yeah, this is sometimes what it's like. I leaned outside my tent to capture a few astro shots before I'd put out the fire and go in for the deep conk. My mattress has a leak in it. Actually, I know it does. I woke up last night, I had to refill it because my hip was touching the ground. Ooh, it was a cold night. I was kind of at that point where you're not warm, you're just like right on the verge of being cold. I decided to make a little fire in the morning and try and thaw out. And also thaw out this Nalgene that froze solid, which was inside my tent. I lounged till about 8:30, trying to warm up and give my tent at least the opportunity to dry out. Packing up a wet tent in the freezing cold is probably my least favorite camp chore. I wore my gloves to minimize the discomfort. Then my gloves were wet. Whoops. The ride out went as expected, mostly downhill, quiet, pleasant, and just chill. it's just me. All right, just about back at Phil's trail. So now we just gotta hope that the car is there and intact. Even though I didn't make it to Pine Mountain Observatory, I still met my goal. I needed this sunshine. Oh. Another good ride. A little chilly, but I had fun anyway. I wish I had brought in some tights, but and some chapstick. My lips are dying. Okay, let's get out of here.